Did you feel that this fast-paced life in television serials, it doesn't give you time to reflect or think? You're just doing one role after the- Did you feel that way?
Yeah. It was like that. As I said, that 36 of 36 days shooting in 28 days month. Yes, of course. I was also sharing all of this with some of my colleagues, which are still my best friends here. Where, like once again, I'm back in Mumbai. So, yes, it was like that. The pace was so harsh that one can actually reflect that how they are working, why they are working, and what is the end product of the work.
Did Satyadev Dubey advise you to go to NST?
No.
He didn't.
Actually, I asked him, like, once I was a bit comfortable with him and I was used to the way he is, and I loved him so much. Like, he was an amazing teacher and wonderful human being, and very straightforward, as we all know that Dubeji is. And if he doesn't like anything, he'll say on face, like, I don't like it. And he used to call me, hey, serial actor, come here. So, like, please call me that, whatever, but I want to learn. So once I share that, something like Dubeji, I'm thinking that I'll go to NSD. Like, I'm finishing my graduation, I'll be done with after 6 months. I'll go to NSD, I think I should. He says, why? Like, I want to learn. Why you want to learn? Like, I want to learn because I think I should, and I'm missing it here. Like, but you're already working in television, you're already working in film, and like budding actress like you shouldn't leave industry so early. You're getting work and like name and fame, what do you want more? Like, oh my God, why Dubeji is asking like this? I never expected this coming from him. Like, I don't understand you. I'm ready to take a chance. I'm ready to take a chance because I really want to learn, and Dubeji, it's really difficult. It's being so difficult for me to cope with this pace and everything. So like he actually took almost a week, I guess. I was every day I was going and poking him like, Dubeji, tell me no, what should I do? Because I have prospectus and everything. Like, what should I do? And finally he said, okay. Actually, I was just testing, like, do you really want to go, or it's just a sudden attack that I want to learn, I want to do theatre, and I want to go. But if you really want to go,
also thinking of work security, that you already had to
yes,
work.
Yes. I even
must have thought, why should he leave it?
Yes. Of course. He was concerned, and yeah, because this field is so uncertain all the time. So taking this sorts of risk was a bit difficult, and like he was like, are you aware what are you doing? Are you aware of it completely? Not just right now. It shouldn't be your impulsive decision. Be aware what you're doing. And I said, I guess I am, and I'm ready to take this chance because I was young, and I thought that I had that much time to learn and come back and start again. It's okay.
Because NSD is 3 years, you were still very young. I want to ask a different question here. Recently I read an interview by Ratna Pathak, and she says that NSD was not a good experience for her because there is no actual teacher for acting. And she says that they normally teach you as if you're talking to an audience of 1,000 people, and the concentration is more on manner of performance and the substance of performing. And that in order to really learn what acting was all about, she had to come to television, she says. But you have gone from television to NSD. So I want to know what NSD was like for you.
Yeah, this is so interesting. Yeah. But also, like, time was different, I guess.
She was much early.
Much early. Different schooling, different school of thought, and different style of acting.
But Karanth was there.
Yes.
But she says he tried to do something, but he couldn't because the system was too rigid.
Right. For me, 3 years in NSD was like almost concise experience of life, because yeah, I do remember, like when I was in 10th, I rang, like I made a call to NSD and I asked them, do they have course after 10th? So, so it was since that time in my head.
On your mind.
Yeah. So there is some institute called NSD, and they teach you how to act. They teach you several things about theatre.
Who were the teachers at that time when you went?
Yes, director was Anuradha Kapoorji.
Yeah.
And they were like Amitesh Grover, Abhilash Pillai, Shantanu Bose, Adil Hussain, Maya Rao, Neelam ma'am used to come for theory, Neelam Mansingh ji.
Maya Rao was one of your teachers.
Maya Rao did a workshop of I think 3 weeks long workshop in 3rd year for acting. Hema Singh, Ratna ma'am was there, Ratna Panikar. In 1st year they taught us speech and music. And in 2nd year, like for me, even in my NSD interview, I had this question that you're already working in my primary interview, which was there at Nehru Center. They asked me like, why do you want to come to NSD? You're already working in Mumbai.
Yeah.
And I was prepared with my long answer and explanation that because of this, I want to come to NSD. But once I was there, sitting in front of, I was blank, completely blank. When they asked me, so why do you want, I knew that at some point of time they are going to ask me this, because it's obvious once they look at my profile or something. So, and I was like, actually I was doing this, and I said, I don't know. Like, what? Somebody asked me, what are you saying? Like, I don't know, I'm searching for something. So Kalyanee, what is this searching for something? Like, I don't know, that's why I'm calling it something. I really don't know. Like, are you sure? Like, are you going to find it in NSD? Like, even that I don't know. But what I know is I want to learn, and I want to spend this 3 years of my life while doing theatre, pure theatre, and learning about it. So I was completely determined to go there. Like, I want to be here. But I thought after the interview, I came home and I was staying, like 2 of us were staying, me and my best friend, and I told her that, you know something, Nilima, I think I have lost it. Like, why? Because I said, I don't know all the time. They'll think she doesn't know anything. Why she wants to come there? And she was like, okay, be relaxed, let's see what happens. But eventually, the other day, yeah. And also this workshop was interesting, the selection process and everything. There actually I got to know what actually is going to be, like, going to happen in these 3 years, maybe. That was some sort of trailer. At NSD, one wonderful thing of an institution like NSD is like, in my batch we were 24 from several different regions of India. I was alone from Maharashtra, and then from Nagaland, Manipur, Assam, Kashmir, Paschim Bengal, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, from everywhere. 7. We were 7 in total. 6 of us, like, we did our specialization in acting, and 1 she did in design.
In design.
Yeah. So even there was something to learn from your batchmates itself, because everybody was doing theatre, everybody was related to the field from some years, and why they were there, they were so clear about it. They wanted to learn, they wanted to work together and create some work, create some good work out there. And also teachers which I got there, and all infrastructure, which is actually rare. To work like that outside is it's kind of a boon, that you can actually produce that kind of productions outside it. Even NSD's library, its costume departments, its property department, everything, and everybody is on toes to, like, help you out, to bring yourself out there. And still I am trying to cope up with it. Still I am trying to understand what I have learned there. Still I am trying to digest everything because it's been 2 years. I graduated in 2012, so still I'm this student. I'm in this student phase.
Do you feel that you found at least a bit of something you were looking for?
Yes, yes, I was
You
about
did
to come
find
there. Yes, yes, because there I got introduced with Kudiyattam. In our second year we have this course where we do one classical Indian form, and earlier it was they used to stage Sanskrit play in Hindi, but all design was as per Natya Shastra. But from my one batch senior, Anu ma'am and Abhilash ji and everybody introduced Kudiyattam to NSD, and it was Kapila. Like for the first time, I didn't know anything about Kudiyattam. I knew something about Kathakali and that there is this form, and but Kudiyattam there is this traditional theatre. I heard of it once, I guess, and I saw Kapila performing.
Did she come and perform?
Yeah, when I was in first year, at the end of our first year, I guess, or maybe our seniors, they were doing Kudiyattam workshop, and she performed Narasimha Avtara. And I was like, till that time, there were very few performances where I was actually at the edge of my chair, or almost like, what is going to happen next? My God! And you know, Kapila, like there was actually Narasimha in front of me.
She's like that.
She is like that. And there was actually Prahlada, so innocent and vulnerable Prahlada in front of me. And I was like, what is this? What is happening in front of me? I don't know. Like I never thought of some form like this, and it can do something to the body of a performer like this. So Kudiyattam, I saw it first at NSD and I got introduced with it. B, several other forms which are parallel to a part of theatre, I guess, not parallel. Because being from Maharashtra, like all the time what I knew was plot-centric narrative form of theatre, where playwright's position is at the center of each and every play. All verbose and awesome plays, either at hall of some house or either at some other. So places were also clear that play happens in this place. And then there I read different playwrights. There I read, I saw some lovely productions from outside, and also NSD's production. And I got introduced with performance art. I got introduced with Pina Bauschk and the way she works, her productions and this dance drama, and something which is more of, which is an organic expression of that performer's body, and like body and mind and thought and everything. And I thought this is more authentic, which is coming from that performer, and it's more about body, and even like dynamics of spectatorship was also changed at that point of time. It was not something that somebody is telling me, like somebody is like just saying certain lines and I'm understanding the story, what is happening over there. But it was something else, completely different experience which I had.
This non-story thing was also happening at that time.
Yes,
Where body language was more important.
Yes.
Like the way Maya does.
My ma'am does. Yes, yes.
But you did do some roles, isn't it? You have done the role of Kunti.
Yeah.
What was that experience like, doing specific roles? Like
Yes, working with, like it was amazing because we got to work with different directors who work in different style, completely different style. Kunti was with Kanihal ji. Kanihal ji and Savitri Made came to NSD and they directed a play, Karna, and I was playing Kunti, and I was playing that part when actually she's calling Surya Dev. Yeah, so I played that part. Also, at NSD we got this experience from Kuriyattam to Nautanki, Tamasha, like folk forms, traditional forms, at the same time this Western forms like physical theatre also. Theatre Czar came when we were in first year, and also we had one workshop with them about Grutavasky and his practice. Also complete realistic work which happens there. It introduces student to several forms of theatre, acting styles and everything. But it's been just 2 years, but what I think right now is it's up to us after that completely. And being introduced with several form itself, that institution does, and which is a great part of great pedagogy, I'll say, because we had some student coming from complete interior parts of Assam, complete interior parts of Nagaland, and they are coming from with their own experiences. Some of them like did some tribal forms out there. Like one of my batchmates, she used to do 60 different kind of dances, folk dances. She knew it, and like she used to perform like that. So she has some different kind of a body energy when she's performing there. Every person has their own kind of body and energy, how they perform. And also in as part of our curriculum at the end of second year, actually we have this solo performance making exercise, which now we do at the beginning of third year. That was the time actually when I felt that, okay, so here I am in this institution, and so this is the time when actually explore what has actually changed and what are the resonance of that training inside. So
do you do this performance making exercise along with the teacher?
Along with the teacher, Tripurari Sharmaji, she takes that exercise with us. I was actually planning to perform on a story by Vilas Sarangji, Women in the Cages. There is this story called The Odor of Immortality, and I was so sure that I want to do that story, and there were several other options too. And I decided it because everybody decides it so early that what will they do in their as their solo performance piece while in this exercise. So I was thinking about it from like the beginning of my second year, that what will I do during that? What will I do during that? And I had several options. But suddenly I thought that this is not like whatever I was doing earlier. वो एक completely different तरीका था नाटक करने का, completely different तरीका था text को पढ़ने का. And suddenly I thought कि अभी कुछ अलग change हुआ है after this training and everything, and this is the place where I can explore it. I can try to explore it. It's almost like exploring something inside house.
Yeah.
So this is the place, and I discussed it with Tripurari ji, and I said that I think I'm not sure that I want to do this story, and this is the chance where I can actually push my limits and see where it goes. I'm like, okay, then what you want to do? So in between second year and third year, that holiday I went for some meditation retreat, and I came back and I said that it was about like stopping your thinking and everything, but after coming back from there, I think that experience was something which I would love to share with, like, through theatre.
That meditation experience.
Not just the not just the meditation experience, but
what you went through.
Yeah, because in even in earlier time, we were talking about actors' truthfulness. Now when here in performance, then happening in performance art, and several things, and also Anuradha ji's wonderful classes, what we call it, the production process,
Yeah.
where we have to transform our like feeling in a theatrical language, like complete theatrical language. If this is your favorite song, so these two stanzas are the most favorite. So what does it does to you? What's the exact feeling of it? But don't tell us like, you know what I feel while listening to this song. No. Transform it into theatrical language and let's see where it goes. So I thought that I'll do one exercise, that I would like to utter each and every word. After I have finished, actually after I have finished registration of all those past experiences, associations related to that one single word, and then I'll utter that. So I thought I'll choose anything, maybe some nursery rhyme or something.
Kalyanee, you were doing this practice all by yourself. So, you know, I have talked to Maya Krishna Rao, and whenever she practices at home, she does it with a camera. Because you don't know what movements you're making.
Right,
you know. So
right.
did you also use a camera?
Yes. At that point of time, I didn't know about my ma'am working like like this with camera, because she creates her pieces herself. She directs it and she performs too. So what happens while improvising? Like sometimes we just forget what we did it like at that point of time. So, and there was nobody to sit there in front of me as a director or anybody who can just see where I was, and if I asked that, okay, after this action what I did, so there was nobody to tell me that. So I thought of using camera, and I placed it on tripod, and it was there on all the time while I was rehearsing. And I did this exercise of 3 different zones which I wanted to do. Why this 3 different zones was also like the basic emotions and the like. It was, for me, it was emotional warm up of some sort I was doing to get into whatever I wanted to do. Then
so what were these zones? Different emotional.
The different emotional zones. As I said, in that holiday I was for that meditation retreat, and once I was back there, back from there, I was thinking that we always talk about this actor's awareness, we always talk about this emotional memory, we always think about, okay, like, give me what was your past life, what was your character's past life, and what sorts of fear do they have, what sorts of things they want to achieve in their life, and what makes them angry. Like, what are this why, who, this all WH questions you should ask to your character, what we were practicing and learning there. So I thought these 3 things always come, and which had some parallel with the practice I experienced while doing that retreat. So I thought of this 3 emotions. So I'll place myself with whatever experience, personal experience, whatever past life, I'll place myself as Kalyanee in this 3 zone, and let's see what can, like, what those zones are bringing out of me. And it was a bit scary too, but still. So I recorded all of it, and then one fine point, I found out my text, because one day my brother gifted me one book on Buddhist parables, and there was this story of Kisa Gautami, and I was just going through the book, and suddenly those 6 lines I got, which was, no village law, no law of market town, no law of a single house is this, that all the worlds and all the worlds of God, this only is the law, that all things are impermanent.
Impermanent, okay.
So this was my text. And from no to impermanent was my journey. Not just this 6 lines, but every word was my journey. And I also thought of designing it in a different way. And I had this recording of my rehearsals. So I asked them to place a TV, and I chose certain parts of my rehearsal. Like first, I was doing this emotional zone exercise. Then after that, I got my text, and I was just going through text, and I was like, there should be one activity with which it should go. And also Tripura ma'am suggested that how you're going to do this, how you're like, are you directly going to say no, or are you directly going to be there? There should be an activity, don't you think that? Like, yeah, there should be an action, and I'm wondering what it should be. So she was also taking some exercises parallelly to help us like reaching there where we wanted to reach. So she said, okay, then let's do one exercise tomorrow. Tomorrow you will find one activity, because there were like, how many actors we were, like 21 or 20 actors were in our batch. Everybody's preparing for their solo. So ma'am divided us into different groups.